Yesterday was that long life. Somebody shared one of my videos somewhere. It's kind of cool. I just figured there was this one guy who takes tons of Ritalin or Ativan and just is extremely focused, and for whatever reason, something in all my videos just fascinates that person. Like people who collect driftwood or just, random things. I didn't look to get famous with boring videos. I looked to create a time capsule, like I said. Someday something I record here maybe helpful to somebody 7 years from now. You just never know. Like the cool thing is mankind figures out time travel and it starts correcting its mistakes. So they say, we need to drop in on a period where nothing's going on. It's like, if only we had a way of knowing every event that was happening in the past. Some guy's digging up some old YouTube video and he's like, hey, this guy's got almanac type information. So they just happen to know that on April the 21st at 3 o'clock in the morning, there was very little traffic, and so they could touch down in this one area where they didn't see anybody. I'm not too particularly worried about losing the music and being a little chatty in my videos, because chances are somebody's taking out the audio anyway. It's video, it leaves a visual record. The audio would be nice, but it's not entirely necessary. I guess it's almost like if you kind of wish that videos had smell-o-vision, it would be nice to know what a place smells like, besides knowing what it looks like, what it sounds like. Like a horror film. One thing about a horror film that just doesn't seem to kind of pull the audience completely in is there's always that one part of the horror film where they walk into death and decay. And you just have to go by what the people on the screen say. Oh, what is that smell? And you go around and you look. Oh my God, it's a corpse. It's a corpse garden. It'd be kind of cool if you could smell all that. Just kind of like people. Like you can smell the corpses in the theater. Yes, just people puking their guts out. They just like the ambiance would just get the people. Like, oh my God. I mean, you're talking about total immersion when you're in there and it smells like a coroner's lab in there. You can smell formaldehyde, and suddenly zombies are more scary when you figure out why they call them stenchies. But I can't put smell-o-vision on YouTube. Not yet, anyway. Curse you, science, and your laws of condensation. I can't see out of my windshield. That old expression, the guys in the 70s are always shake this and that. We can put a man on the moon, but we can't keep condensation from collecting on windshields. That's not necessarily true. Did you buy a Mercedes? That's what those $1,000 windshield wipers are all They gently massage the glass, warm it, and prevent the water molecules from having a collection spot on your windshield. The glass is specially tempered using a secret process only known to the engineers. And it may come to that someday. There was that was a neat thing I saw. It was a paper talking about, not a paper, but it was they developed some kind of nanomaterial that is naturally, or is the way it's designed is it's naturally hydrophobic. Water just refuses to collect anywhere on the surface. It just slides completely off. So they'll be applying this process to your windshield and to various surfaces, or they'll find a way to, I guess, put it into the clear coat of the car. And water will just slide right off. Might put Rain-X out of business, but there are greater tragedies in the world, I'm sure. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning, which means the driving dead are on the roads. It's about the only way I can describe them. It's like if somebody took a zombie and put them behind the wheel of an automobile. Check engine light is on in my car, and I couldn't care less. I am tired of trying to figure it all out. I think my gas cap is on. I mean, I filled up yesterday, tightened it up, and it's still. Maybe it's the oxygen sensor. I don't know. I guess I should care because I might not be able to pass inspection if there's something wrong with the emission system. And that's what they do. They plug it in the computer. The computer says, "Hey, the sensor's out." Replace the sensor. All right, you got a passenger. But being that this is Texas, you find your shady friend who's got the car that looks like the wheels are about to fall off any second. You say, "How did you get your inspection sticker?" "Oh, I know a guy." Something unique to poor people in Texas is like there has been that moment where you could not, some legislator says, "Oh, all you're going to do is trade your car in and get a new one." Yes, you could do that if you were making over $50,000 a year. It would be no problem at all. So the rest of us who live in the real world, there's that occasional dip into the dark side, aka survival mode. I suspect that's why there's so many of these movies where, like Breaking Bad took off, was such a hit, because one group of folks in America could never quite understand that moral ambiguity, and another set of folks in America finally said, "Finally, a show that depicts reality." The bad guys don't wear black. The good guys don't wear black. Sometimes they wear the same damn thing. Eat the same food, go to the same church, have kids in the same Boy Scout troop. It's just that one of them, when they say I have skeletons in the closet, there are actual dissected somethings in there. You know, there's Jeffrey Dahmer with the bucket of bone and a few bite marks. Getting back, like I said, everybody has that moral angle view, that moment where, yes, in the ethics class you said, this is wrong and this is why you shouldn't do that because of, and you start talking about social contract, utilitarianism, whatever other philosophies that are pretty much based on like a scientific Boolean scale. You skew it all to hell. You say, you know what? In the face of overwhelming survival, all bets are off. I mean, that's what owning a car is all about. Compromise. People haven't figured that out. That's why they have a lot of accidents. Cause a lot of accidents. They're just unpleasant folks to be around on the road. I don't enjoy driving. Because I'm not driving for me. I'm driving for me, the guy in the white van, the guy in the white truck, the lady twittering, text messaging, the guy or girl putting on makeup in the morning, trying to eat breakfast, drink coffee, have a conversation with their ex about why they can't pick up the kids. I drive for all of them. Those people's miserable lives become my miserable life. Misery loves company, and it doesn't ask if it can join you. It imposes. And that's the compromise of having a car. One day it's compromise is it allows you to have a job. Live out in Frisco. Your job is in downtown Dallas. It takes you 2 hours a day to drive there. You didn't pass inspection, but you can't deal with it until Saturday, and so on and so on and so forth. So you're riding dirty for about 2 or 3 days, hoping that some cop's not looking out to make quota. There's a lack of convenience in commuting. But if we ever get, that's why I'm really, super really, if there is such a thing as super really, rooting for automated driving, for cars that drive themselves. I'd love to pay $40 a month and then just have that automated cab that comes by and every 5 minutes grab an automated car. And maybe it doesn't take you all the way to your destination, but hey, since there's a car every 5 minutes, you go to one spot, get out, get into another car, go to another spot. Because it's automated, you know, the computer doesn't have problems. It just knows that it gets on the road and it goes 60 miles an hour. It knows how to do all the advanced calculations of staying right in line with the other car going 50 miles an hour. And the worst case scenario is it takes 45 minutes to get to downtown Dallas from the Boondocks. Whereas it used to take 10 2 hours. You know, start sounding like something out of that song. I forgot his name right now. Donald Fagen, IGY. 90 minutes from New York to Paris. That kind of stuff. It's a cool futuristic world where. Or like that new Disney movie that I guess everyone's advertising. The only problem you have in life is trying to figure out how to the funnies that'll go into solving the problem. Or solving problems is fun instead of scary. We're not there yet. So far, the only advancement I see is there's an EcoBoost engine that apparently you can haul boats and heavy steel pipes with. And your cup holder can hold a big hole. Wonderful. Truck is just as powerful, big, and fuel efficient as an M1 Sherman tank. That's advancement. Bigger, stronger, less fuel efficient. And with EcoBoost, you can get a truck that goes 20 miles per gallon. Wow. I know they can make a truck that goes 40 miles a gallon. It's just that nobody wants a 4-cylinder compact truck. Nobody wants to sell, no one wants to sell a 4-cylinder compact truck. There are plenty of folks that buy them. You look in this area, there's people driving 20, 30-year-old compact trucks because you can't buy those anymore. As I've said before, the F-150 today was a 350 10 or 20 years ago. Oh, that's right, it's White Truck Wednesday. All the contractors out there building the houses that nobody needs. And no, I'm not being cynical, man. You don't need. It's you and your wife. You bought a 10-room, 11-bathroom mansion. You work 80 hours a week and you're in a different city every other day because you got a jet set around the globe. She's never there either. The only people staying in these houses are the people cleaning them and maintaining them. That's progress. When you go from these modest 3-bedroom, 2-bath numbers to these monstrosities, that's progress. When every burger has bacon on it, that's progress. Is that the flaw in capitalism? I don't know if this is capitalism. I don't want to blame it on capitalism. You know, the very rude capitalism just says, look, if you got an idea, capitalize on it. That's the beautiful capitalism. But the realistic capitalism is, you got an idea, pray that the big boys don't crush you. What I'm saying is the flaw of capitalism, or the flaw of our system, or the flaw of what we got going on is sometimes companies need to stop giving Americans what they want and give them what's practical. Practical is what you want, but you don't know that you want it. You see the big screen TV and you say, I want it, but you're never home. So, what you really want that's practical is that little, is a 10-inch TV that you can roll up like a piece of paper. You watch TV on the back of someone's jacket. Hey Frank, can you stand still for a moment? Let me hang this. You know, that'd be kind of cool. A roll-up TV with a permanently adhesive back. You unroll it and slap it onto something. Watch your TV show for a second. Peel it off. Roll it up. Put it back in your pocket or something. That's what I want, that other people may not know that they want.